I do believe that if we want true transformation, it should first come from us. Transformation should start from our mind, because like I mentioned in the beginning, sometimes we have already checked ourselves out from equations even before getting to that point. We've already limited ourselves. We've already, put a lot of restrictions upon ourselves that don't even exist on the grand scheme of things. And so let's first try to transform our mindset. How do we see ourselves? How do we see our businesses? And that would reflect in how we're able to sell the idea of transformation to our target market.
I've given an instance here a couple of times now of a US who went to a US tourist who went to France. He ate a good food that he really liked in Paris. Then when he was leaving, he bought a book from the cook. It was a cookbook. Then he returned to US. Then he tried to replicate what the cook explained in the book. But then he returned to France another year. Then he went to meet the cook. He told the cook, but I did everything you said in the book, but your food is still different from the one that I could cook. Then the cook asked him, well, there was something that is missing. You didn't put yourself inside it. Well, that is something that is really important here, I think, listening to what you're saying, Vincent, is that what we are saying should not be different from what we are doing. In that we should be saying what we are doing and doing what we are saying. At the end of the day, we will not confuse people. Because until we do that, people are going to be confused. They see you as one thing in your communication. And when they see you in real person, they see something completely different. That will be confusing.
Ensure your stories are specific. Don't just tell stories. Ensure your stories are specific. These talks can only make a meaning when you deliberately decide to action the words, the points, the ideas you heard from all the speakers and all the beautiful people that came right on the stage.
I've given an instance here a couple of times now of a US who went to a US tourist who went to France. Let me be fast on that because of time. So he ate a good food that he really liked in Paris. Then when he was leaving, he bought a book from the cook. It was a cookbook. Then he returned to US. Then he tried to replicate what the cook explained in the book. But then he returned to France another year. Then he went to meet the cook. He told the cook, but I did everything you said in the book, but your food is still different from the one that I could cook. Then the cook asked him, well, there was something that is missing. You didn't put yourself inside it. Well, that is something that is really important here, I think, listening to what you're saying, Vincent, is that what we are saying should not be different from what we are doing. In that we should be saying what we are doing and doing what we are saying. At the end of the day, we will not confuse people. Because until we do that, people are going to be confused. They see you as one thing in your communication. And when they see you in real person, they see something completely different. That will be confusing. So thank you so much. That is really an important thing to say. All right, we have come to such an important point where I ask all of you to say your last part, which is usually maybe a kind of a message that you want to leave the people by. So I will pass to Hannah. Of course, we need to respect the ladies. So Hannah, what is your final take here?
Oh goodness, I've had such an amazing time during today's event. I've had so much value already, and I hope everyone has gotten value too. With that said, I would end by just saying something really short, which is transformation should start from our mind. And I love that we've touched on, I do believe that if we want true transformation, it should first come from us. Because like I mentioned in the beginning, sometimes we have already checked ourselves out from equations even before getting to that point. We've already limited ourselves. We've already, put a lot of restrictions upon ourselves that don't even exist on the grand scheme of things. And so let's first try to transform our mindset. How do we see ourselves? How do we see our businesses? And that would reflect in how we're able to sell the idea of transformation to our target market and beyond. Thank you so much. I'm going to end here.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, to Mr. Izu, I believe you wanted to say something about Vincent, but in any case, what is your final take if you even want to add that to it?
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Eni. It's been a phenomenal conversation today. So much box of interesting values to take away from today's talk. But I just wanted to say two things. One will be directed to Mr. Otumbo Vincent's distinguished Toastmaster. So my friend, I will be coming to Kenya to carry out a project. So I'll be very glad if we can have a conversation after this call, maybe just send some tests and then talk about it later on. I just like the way you communicated your values, and I just like the African personality I just listened to in you. And the second thing I'm going to say right here as I yield the mic to Mr. Obehi is, please, ladies and gentlemen, these talks can only make a meaning when you deliberately decide to action the words, the points, the ideas you heard from all the speakers and all the beautiful people that came right on the stage. And by that I'm saying, in the words of Mr. Eni, please ensure your stories are specific. Don't just tell stories. Ensure your stories are specific. The specificity of your story is what makes the story to make very great impact. And in the words of Mr. Vincent DTM, as much as it's important for us to sell, to transact, it is even more important for us to focus on what we are becoming in the process. Because the process of becoming is what energizes the market to even make a meaning and attract the right set of clients into your space. And final word, you can never do greater than any story. You can never sell better than any story. There is no product that is more powerful than any story. It takes a story to make a product to be powerful. It takes a story to make a product to be powerful. So with that said, I'd like to say thanks to all of you for listening in. I was anticipating to listen to Kate, but I'm not sure what happened to her. Maybe she had some network challenges, and all other beautiful people in the VIP lounge. Let's do this again, and let's keep the fire burning as much as we can regarding storytelling. My name is Izu Samuel, and it's been a great time. I yield the mic to you, Mr. Obehi.
Yes, my brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right, Eni, what is your final take? We are closing after you.
Thank you. No, I'm humbled, Mr. Izu. I really am. Thank you so much for your kind words. Monica, I don't know if I mentioned you. I see you. Anthony as well. Alex, I'm sure I mentioned you. Sylvia, have I mentioned you? Okay, I have now. Thank you all for joining us. Whether you join us beginning, middle, or end of our event, I always appreciate all of you. Look, it's been an amazing conversation. I've taken lots of notes, and it's great to learn from all of you. I loved what Mr. Vincent said. When we become what we say we are, life is so much easier. There's no confusion. And we don't confuse ourselves. Many people tell stories and they don't know which story they've told this person, and the next one becomes a different variation of the story. There's a point there, Mr. Vincent. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Look, I'll leave you with, I guess, two things. And so one is from Mr. Izu's way of thinking, what he said today. To never share a solution without a story. There's something in that, my friends. No one's going to get it unless you put a story behind it. Unless you do the things we're talking about today, no one's going to understand how you can really help make them transform their lives. Let's learn to tell stories. And this, my last point today really is, check out Obehi's books. There's resources out there. There's people. I'll say this. The last time we were in this room over here, we said, contact us if you want to help. So I'm saying literally, you can learn or you can ask us for help. Obehi's books, it's not one book. There's several of them that you can definitely learn storytelling from. So when there's tools out there, let's learn to use them. So otherwise, feel free to ask people like us on stage. Our time is not always free. I'll say that much. Neither should it be. I'm sure your product's not free either. So I appreciate expertise when you see it, my friends. It's been a joy spending time with you, Obehi, as always. Let's do it again in another 2 weeks' time. I can't wait, my friend.
I appreciate you. And of course, to the people that are listening, and also those that are going to be listening after this, the people that are here, they are yours to use. They are your tools. Use them for your business. They are experts in their different field. Of course, you can hear them talk, listening to Tanya, Hannah, listening to Izu, listening to Annie. You just heard from Otubo Vincent, and even Julius, though his picture is not here. We can see that these are live what they are talking about. So it is important that this individual, you leverage their presence, their experiences. Ask them, can you help me? Please don't leave it in your mind. If you believe that is something you need, ask them. I just share with you how Tanya helped me to get to System IO. Maybe you also using that. I didn't know that I was struggling with another system that I was using before in my business. She taught me, said, this one is good. And I tried it, it's good. What if I never ask? Annie was the one that suggested it one day, say, hey, you can take advantage of audio room. I've been on LinkedIn for a very long time. I never thought of that. But because somebody suggested it and I tried it, I'm doing it today. So you can also ask wherever you are. Yeah, okay, I said the last person to talk there. Please go on and share with us. We have a few minutes for you. That is Cynthia.
Okay, hello everybody. Good evening. My name is Cynthia. I wouldn't waste our time. I just wanted to appreciate Mr. Ini. He sent this particular audio event to my DM, and I do not regret being here. So this is just a special shout out and appreciation to Mr. Ini. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you. We appreciate you for being here. And of course, the godfather of all, Ini, we thank you so much for the great work that you are doing. And of course, this room does not exist in vacuum. It exists because people like Ini, Izu, Tanya, and Hannah, and of course Abibola, even though she had some challenges with network today, no, actually with her battery today, they are the reason behind the success that we see here. So we appreciate each and every one of you. We do. Thank you so much. And please come around again. Every 14 days we are here. We are intentionally about that because we understand what the power of storytelling can do for our business and for our community. And of course, we have another room which is dedicated to African diaspora storytelling. There we talk about ourselves, how to heal ourselves, how to leverage the power of storytelling to build our community. That is a different conversation altogether, but it's highly valuable. It's highly valuable. So the power of storytelling is up for us to grab. Don't let it go. Grab it and use it for yourself. So thank you, brothers and sisters. It has been really very beautiful here.